Welcome everybody to our first international official webinar about the company called Cannergrow. And today we like to share detailed information about what Cannergrow is, what is the vision about Cannergrow, what is in what kind of market we are moving, and how you can benefit from the cannabis participation and also from the business program. So let me just introduce a little bit about myself. My name is Daniel Eckler, or shortly known as Dan Eck from a lot of social media platforms. I'm 34 years old, born in Germany, but I'm currently living in Australia, in Australia's western capital called Perth, sunniest capital of Australia. And I made a decision back in 2014 when I wasn't really happy with my circumstance. So I made a big decision because I always dreamed about living somewhere where other people like to spend the holidays. So I moved to Australia, and then later in 2015, I got introduced the first time ever into network marketing, affiliate marketing, online marketing. I still remember when an old school friend was pitching me about a product network marketing company, which was my door into this kind of business models. And through the past years, I gained a lot of experience. I was working for a lot of different pretty cool projects. And in the end of 2019, December 2019, I also got pitched about Cannergrow from one of my best business buddies I'm working with since the last couple years. And while I was looking into the company's business models, honestly, guys, I was blown away about the possibilities, about the market potential, and about what we've got here. So I made a decision again, being really 100% focused with the company, supporting the company visions as well. And now here we are today, and I'm also here with my business partner, Philip, who I already know since 2 years as well. And now I would like to give the word to Philip. And you can start with the presentation.
Thank you, Dan. Thank you, Dan, very much. As already mentioned from Dan, me and Dan are, I think, nearly 2 years now business partners, have been in many actually projects, have run a lot of things together. And I mean, to keep it short and simple here, together with Dan, I've been working now, as said, for nearly 2 years. I've moved multiple millions in sales throughout many industries. Actually, in the past, let's say 4 to 5 years, I've been doing a lot of things. And in the end, as well as Dan, we've realized the huge potential of the cannabis industry and the whole company, Cannergrow and Cannergrow, and that's actually why we're here today. And with that said, as before mentioned, I am going to close down my camera so you guys can completely focus on the presentation and everything I got to tell you about the industry. First of all, I'd like to mention that we're living in an era where many people are actually turning into alternative medicine, plant-based food. And by saying that, before I start, I'd like to give you guys a saying of me, which is very simple. I myself am only investing in actually participating in projects which in the end help the community and humanity. By that said, I'm sure you all know what the cannabis plant is actually doing in all segments it can. By saying so, I'm sure you realize the effect the cannabis industry is already having and is going to have in the next upcoming years, especially in Europe now. By saying so, here we can see actually on the left side the volume of the legal cannabis market in the USA from 2016 to 2025. In only 4 years, from 16 to 20, we had a turnover of $16 billion US. Can you imagine with such a growth where we'll be standing in the next upcoming decade? All I can say is we have a huge future market in front of us and a huge opportunity that this plant actually is offering us. Dan, can I get the next slide, please? How likely is it that you would use CBD for certain applications yourself? CBD is being used recreational and of course mostly for medicine purposes, we know. And as we can see on the statistics applied, people of every age have actually tried, used, or still use CBD medication. Of course, there are still some people that are scared of this plant, which is normal, as many think of it as a getaway drug and mostly being, yeah, let's say, stated as the beginning of a drug addiction, which I actually wouldn't approve at all. Next slide, please, Dan. So for which applications can you actually imagine a medical efficiency of CBD? As we all know, and I've already mentioned, this plant is a huge bonus to our normal medicine, helping out with so many diseases and issues from many illnesses. And it is being mostly used for stress relief, overwork, nervousness, as well for treatment of insomnia, relief of inflammatory diseases such as Crohn and arthritis, and it actually helps as well against addictions, acne, and to quit regular smoking. Some people, after so many medical researches, actually still don't approve this plant to help for all issues mentioned before. Next slide, then. To get straight into actually the main thing of today, the production segment, the production actually point is the company Cannergrow. And yeah, to simply now get into our cannabis production part, which is as well the Cannergrow participation program, Cannergrow is growing on a very high standard. And in the next couple of slides, I'll take you through our production introduction, introducing you actually to our whole facility and giving you some insight on the growers' work, as well as showing you some pictures when me and my partners went to visit the company in Swiss. Next slide, then. So here you can see the actual team behind this amazing company. Sasha, Mike, and Levin are the co-founders, and they had the first idea. And all I can say about them is that they're amazing entrepreneurs and people with vision, which I firstly actually needed the most to realize. Severin Amweg, Levin's brother, is the main grower, and both father Stefan Amweg, which has worked many years in the management sector for Nokia, is as well part of the team and on board, which is a very good actually part, because with all the knowledge in management and everything, he was just an amazing addition to the whole team. I can tell you one thing. I've checked many things for myself. I've been to the facility in Swiss, and I'll show you in the next slides how professionally this team actually works and delivers, and which is actually amazing and something you don't see often. As the German speaking people would actually say, simply said, it's Swiss quality. Before I get actually into the part when we were there, me, Sadin, and Patrick, and our team partners, I firstly want to say as well, Cannergrow has never actually had the idea to open up a sales team and networking opportunity. The company actually wanted to start a huge cannabis production in Swiss. The company has funded it on their own and invested millions into this project in 2017 and 18, which in return created a perfectly standing company for cannabis distribution. Cannergrow as well is offering actually, the main part of it actually, a service in which we can participate and buy ourselves growing spots which in return give us long-term passive profits from the company's service. Most of you will ask yourself, why does the company let us participate and why don't they just invest their own money? It's very simply said. I've checked it for myself and had took it on the very big eye, and it's a huge boost actually, that whole participation program for building a big community as we have it by now. And with saying that, we nearly have 26,000 community members registered by now, which in return actually lowers the risk of competition in this industry. And that's very important actually to mention. And as said before, I myself and my partners, Sadin and Patrick, as well as other people as well. One of those people was a insurance consultant. We have been to the facility in Swiss last year in December. I've heard of Cannergrow in the beginning of 2019, but had some private projects going on and actually wanted to finish them before entering a completely new market. I've picked up the opportunity as my primary project by now, and nowadays actually Actually, the day after I've visited the team and the facility, what is very important, they left me without words. Transparency, quality, and safety. There's actually a very good, I'd say, summary of what I've experienced from my visit in Swiss. And actually, the day after, actually, I mean, slept over this opportunity is the day I took this project as my main focus for 2020. And as I've always said, it's a huge actually present for this year and for the upcoming decade. You can see me and Sadin standing in the growing rooms. Of course, you can't just enter freely those growing rooms. You have to put on some safety wear and pass through some rooms before you get to the actually grow rooms. As you can see, we've managed to actually, you can go for the next slide, Dan. On the left, you can see we've managed to completely get Levin into an interview and have him very close by as the founder of the whole idea, project, and vision. We got amazing insights, as already said, on the vision for Cannergrow from him. And in the middle, you can see me, Sadin, and Patrick, nowadays my closest business partners, as well as Dan, and official Cannergrow sales managers. On the right, me and the man, Levin Amweg, amazing personality, first of all, and an amazing entrepreneur, I got to say. And everyone who gets the chance to get to Swiss and to meet this person, you can actually realize why am I being actually saying it out loud as it is. Next slide, please, Dan. So what happened actually after we've been to Swiss? And that's a subject on its own. It's very simply said, we've sold out. Me, Dan, and Sadin, and Patrick, we've managed to sell out all the remaining spots and rooms available in 4 months. And by doing so, the company chose to expand their facility. And by now, we have roughly 4,000 square meters of offices, meeting rooms, and approximately 3,000 square meters of growing space. Just amazing. And it's just an amazing thing what's actually coming in the future. And in these pictures, you can see the future rooms for meetings, a set offices, and a lot more room for our growth spots. What is for actually investors and people that want to participate very important. And I'm sure all of you can actually see from these pictures that all this is being made with a lot of quality and professionalism. And we ain't no simple cannabis production company, okay? Very important to mention. Next slide, Dan. Right. So insights into the work of the growers. I've seen it on my own in real, and as already mentioned, I suggest everyone who has big teams, who's planning to go big with this company and actually see them, go and meet them in Swiss. You got to see this because in the next couple of slides, we'll show you some insight into the work of the growers. On the picture before, Severin Ambeck, Levin's brother and main grower. And all I want to say about these pictures is very simple. The growers do what they love, and they do it with an enormous amount of love towards these plants. Playing music for the mother plants, which have some of my partners actually see in real. So playing music for mother plants, precisely nutritioning, taking care as much as it's needed to get the finest quality in our flowers. In these pictures, you can actually see how these growing spots look like, and in which every 2.5 months are being put in new plants for our growing spot owners. I suggest everyone to check out on Google actually how some growing facilities and hangars look like, and to come back to these pictures to actually realize that we are running a real high-tech facility, which I don't know if even Europe has seen something like this. Thank you, Dan. Next slide, please. So here we are with the final product after, let's say, 2.5 months of growing and cutting down the crops, actually preparing for our retailers and distribution. The Swiss community can actually order as well their CBDs, actually flowers from their plants, or turn it into straight profit, which is Dan going to explain in the next upcoming slides. Unfortunately, only the Swiss community for now can order the CBD. Soon every German-speaking country, and by the end of the year, everyone in Europe can enjoy our flowers. Thank you, Dan, for the next slide already. Here we are with our products. Still go back for one slide. Let's finish with the products. So our products in our online shop has been launched before roughly 10 to 15 days. And here you can see some examples of our CBD products. that are already being sold on our online shop as well, for now only for the Swiss community, next month for every German country, and by the end of the year, everyone in Europe. On the picture, you can see pre-roll joints, CBD gummies, CBD flowers of many types and tastes. And as already said, I can't wait to see all these things to go Europe-wide, so everyone can actually enjoy our quality and the taste, which I've already tried. I had the chance to try it in Swiss, and I can say, as a lover of the plant, it's just amazing quality, taste, and the love that's being invested in this company and the whole movement and vision. Yes, amazing. Dan, thank you very much, and thank you everyone for taking the time to listening now for the basic introduction into the industry and the whole story and vision of the company. And I'd like to give the word to my partner, Dan, who is going to explain you now actually the main part, why everyone is actually here and listening, and how big your benefits actually are from this company industry. Thank you very much. Dan, take your time.
All right. Philip, thank you so much for introducing Cannergrow to everybody. You did it absolutely amazing. I'm so fascinating when you're talking about they're playing music in the facilities. This is so cool, to say like, oh, okay, plants are just like a kind of, not humans, but, so they are playing plants. They are playing music that the plants are feeling comfortable. This is actually so cool. I reckon they don't play metal, more like some classic music or something.
Exactly.
All right, guys. So let's jump into the two most important questions everybody probably will have now. I mean, of course, now there's a lot of open questions and some serious questions people asking me all the time before they get started. And of course, one of the most important questions will be, what does a plant spot cost you? So a plant spot costs currently about 1,100 euro, and this includes all the service costs. So there will be no hidden costs or something, or never some additional costs. So you actually pay for the plant spots, and that's pretty much it. And it sounds too easy to be true, but after this, you can pretty much just sit back, relax, and let the company doing the rest for you. So it's 100% passive. You don't need to do to take any further action. You only just decide how much plant spots you want to have for yourself, and then you just wait for every single harvest to come up to profit from it. So what's the benefit of owning a plant? Of course, as soon you are owning plant spots, you are taking part of our CBD cannabis production, and that means every time there is a harvest completely finished, then the profit from the plants will be shared 50-50 in between the company and of course us or the customer. So that means you can actually expect a return from around about 30% per year about what you have invested, but there's a lot of potential to increase this return in the next couple of years. There will be some interesting events coming up, for example, the GMP license, which will make it possible for us to get the pharma industries into the game, to cooperate with the pharma industry who is buying CBD directly from the company, and that can lead to a massive price increase as well. And something I'd just like to mention is at the moment we are in the pre-sale. So every plant spots we are selling at the moment, the facilities for this are still under construction. As Philip said in some slides before, the company is expanding because we sold all the other rooms in just a couple of months. So the demand of all the plants is very, very high, but we still have a maximum supply. So that's why I advise everybody to get in early, because we don't know now, but we can expect also a price increase in the plant spots as well. So if you want to be one of the first move advantager, then just jump in now, because we are very excited about what the future will bring us. So how can I deposit? Pretty easy, actually. There will be two ways of depositing. First of all, you can just make an easy bank transfer depending where you are. If you're in Europe, that will be very easy just through an IBAN. You just make, as soon as you are in your back office and you purchase your plants, you will get the company's bank details. You will just make a bank transfer. But also if you are from the US or some other overseas countries, you can just make an international bank transfer. This is probably not the best way of doing it because there can be some additional fees, and it also can take up to a couple business days before you will see your active plant in your back office. But this is why the company also provide to do your payment with Bitcoin. And this was very exciting for me as well, because I'm in Australia. I'm about 12,000 kilometers away from the company, and I actually didn't want to wait about like 1 or 2 weeks before my money will hit the company. So I was just exchanging some Australian dollars into Bitcoin, and I was easily purchasing my plant spot through this Bitcoin transfer. It took me about 30 minutes, and then I had my plant spots ready in the back office. So how can I withdraw? Pretty much the same ways how you can deposit. So as soon as you have successfully verified your account, you can just leave your own bank details, and every time you want to withdraw money you earn from the harvesting or from some affiliate commission, where we'll talk about later, you can just make an easy withdraw right to your bank account with some additional but little fees. But also you will have the possibility to leave your Bitcoin address, and you can still just withdraw it in Bitcoin. For me, also the best and easiest solution, because as soon as you make a Bitcoin withdrawal, for example, it only takes about, I think it's going instant at the moment, so it takes about 10 to 20 minutes to hit your account. And the company has got an internal exchange which will take always the current prices of Bitcoin, because a lot of people ask me, yeah, but it's so volatile. Doesn't matter. They are absolutely fair exchange rates. I haven't seen any deductions or something, including fees. So for me, for example, it's also a very good and simple way to accumulate more Bitcoins through this process. All right. How often do I get money from the harvest? We can expect about 4 grows per year, because every grow will go pretty much through a kind of a cycle, which takes about, like, I would say 3 months. So there will be different stages in every cycle. For example, the planting, of course, then the growing part, the flowering part, then the harvesting and cropping part, and at the end, just another additional, I don't know, 10 days probably to get everything dry. And after this, you will get a full detailed analyze or report from the previous harvest, and you will get all these numbers, what you actually have earned, transferred to your back office. And from there, you can just sell the grow or the CBD back to the company and just withdraw it. So you can expect about 4 grows per year, or actually a harvest about every 3 to 4, about every 2.5 to 3 months. All right, how long do I get money from the harvest? This is something I really like about, and that was actually the reason why I started, because all your plant spots, guys, all your plant spots are lifetime. That means you own a plant spot lifetime, no additional cost, nothing after your plant spot. And lifetime means actually you will profit every harvest again and again and again. For the same time, the company will produce CBD. If the company is producing CBD for the next 25 years, you are getting paid for the next 25 years. And this is so interesting, because you just make the decision and buy your spots once, and then you will profit for a very, very long period. So why is that possible? It's pretty simple as well, because it is still a profit share. So in the same time, when you are earning money from every single harvest and you are getting the 50% of the outcome, of course, the company is keeping the other 50%, which is more than enough to run the company, to pay the growers, to pay for the electricity, for everything which is needed to sustainably run the company. And that makes it possible for us to buy one-time plan spots and profit from them lifetime. Okay, what securities do I have? This is pretty interesting as well. As Philip mentioned, when they have been to the company, they had an insurance salesman or something with them, and he was checking all the documents because the company is 100% covered through the Allianz insurance. I think Allianz is very common and everybody knows this insurance, and they cover pretty much everything. For example, yield loss, theft, third-party impacts, vandalism, fire and water damages. So actually it doesn't matter what's happening. All the facilities are fully covered in this insurance program. And for example, if there will be a fire and the whole company is burning down, so we are still getting paid for the period the company can't continue growing, harvesting, and so on. So there's a lot of securities, and this gives me a good feeling as well, because I want to make sure when I invest into a company that everything is covered. And another security, which is very important as well, is even if you are thinking about to invest a higher amount of money, for example, you want to buy 100 plan spots, for example, but you're unsure about the future, for example. I mean, can happen to everybody. For example, you will get in some financial issues, for example. We don't know, especially outside with things like Corona going on and stuff. We can't really see in the future, but we will have an internal exchange platform soon that makes it also possible for you to sell your plan spots further to other members in case, for example, you need to get some money back. Yeah, can happen to everyone. So there's still the possibilities that you also, for example, get in, take a few harvests, earn a bit money, but you will have the possibility to sell your plan spots later on if you have to or if you want to. I don't think you will, but we never know. It can happen. So a lot of securities, and that was very important for me, and I think for you guys as well. So this part is very interesting, especially for the marketers and everybody in the call. Can I earn additional money? Yes, you can. Why? Because the company choose a modern way of advertising through an affiliate program and is sharing this with the community. Yeah. For example, traditional marketing, guys, is not even very expensive nowadays. It's also not working pretty well. I'll give you an example. When you drive in your car and you see like billboards, yeah, or you watch your favorite TV series or something, and there's all this advertising, it doesn't really work today. Another example, if you watch YouTube, for example, you know, there's always this advertising popping up. Does it really pitch you? Does it really pitch you if there's a YouTube advertising, for example? I don't think so. Actually, it doesn't pitch me. I'm actually more pissed off and can't wait to press the skip button to continue with that with the video I want to look. So it doesn't really pitch, and the company decide why not giving our customers or even our community members the possibility to share this opportunity with other people to profit from it. Does this work? If somebody personally share this opportunity with friends, whatever, it definitely does, because otherwise you guys wouldn't be here in this webinar. Most of the guys are here in the webinar because they got pitched from some good friends or through the internet, whatever, through our business program. So what do we have? We just have a very simple affiliate program, so nothing complicated. And guys, I've seen a lot of compensation plans in different companies. There have been binary trees, there have been matrix programs, there have been, I don't know, bonus programs where you need to study about 3 weeks just to understand how everything works. Here it takes about like 5 minutes. So there's a very simple 7-level compensation plan with direct commissions. This is the first bonus. It's just simple direct commissions, which means as soon somebody directly referred from you or in your 7-level structure is buying a plan spot, you are getting paid certain percentage. In total, the company is paying out 20%. So for example, if you add 7 to 5 plus 3 plus 2 and so on, you see the company is paying out 20% in total, which is not too much to run everything sustainable. Probably they would spend this anyway in the traditional way of advertising. But for us, it can be very, very profitable. I'll just give you an example. For example, today I'm telling Tom about Cannergrow. He likes the idea. So he says to me, hey, okay, I'm going to buy 10 plant spots. So he will invest 11,000 euros and I will earn 7% on his purchase. That will be just about $700. So it is very, very lucrative as well. And also, if Tom is satisfied with the service and happy to share the company to others, if Tom is referring this opportunity to Kevin, for example, Kevin says, hey, sounds pretty cool. I also want to buy 10 plant spots and he's investing 11,000. Then of course, Tom is earning this 7%, but you are also earning 5% of this, which is another additional $500 just because Kevin is in your second line. And this will continue down to 7 level. And guys, believe me, when you ever have built a marketing structure, then you know the power behind duplication. And this is what we have got in our teams at the moment, where we can earn commissions through different levels, like multiple times a day. So then we have got a second bonus, and this is the 100% passive residual income bonus, which means as soon as you are building teams and your people in your team buying plant spots, you will earn additional percentages on each grow of all the time, lifetime. So that means you put in the work one time, you grow a team with a couple plants, with 100 plants, with 1,000 plants, 100% up to you. You will profit percentages all the time, every single grow lifetime. So this is a very nice, lucrative opportunity to leverage your own income and build it for a lifetime. You put the work one time in, profiting for the rest of your life, or the rest the company is just producing. So this is very, very interesting. And also, I just want to mention, because before I said a price of a plant is 1,100 euros. I know there will be some people who are financially not in the best condition and will say, okay, this is a bit expensive for me, I can't offer that. Guys, here, no worries. In this company, everything is possible. I don't recommend it, but even if you don't own a plant, you still have the possibility to use the referral program to build your teams, to earn commissions, and then you can buy your own plant spots. And I will just tell you a little story with one of my team partners, and this seriously happened. So, for example, I have one team partner I'm working with since 2 years, and when I showed him Cannergrow, and he said, hey mate, sorry, I can't join. I lost my job because of Corona, so I'm in a bad financial situation now, so I'm not sure if I can offer 1,100 euros. And then I told him, I say, listen, you are living in Switzerland, you know some people, just get them over to Cannergrow and then we will see. So he talked to a couple other people, made an appointment with Levin, with the company, went to the company with some bigger guys. These guys were so impressed about everything, started big into the business, and he earned more than enough money to buy his own plants. And today, after 3 months, he has got a team with more than 900 plants in his little team, is owning 10 plants by himself, and also earned an additional 20,000 euros to cover all the costs for the whole summer now. So there will be some success stories in the future anyway, but this just should give you a little example what is possible when you take a business opportunity serious and you go all in. Okay, guys? So no excuses. If you can't offer it, just have a look into the referral program. Maybe this is something for you. All right, guys, this is pretty much it so far. So thank you very much for your attention. I hope you guys liked the webinar, and just make sure for the next webinar as well, which will be in 14 days, to get your people involved as well, because we want to grow the community too. And also, I think today we started a new Telegram chat for all our international active members. That also means soon you are active, you can get access to the channel where we provide you all the important informations, also can support you, help you with your business growing and everything else that needs to be successful in Cannergrow. And yeah, so if you want to be in the channel because you are already active, just talk to your next upline or also come back to us. And then, yeah, guys, I hope to welcome everybody on board pretty soon. Philip, is there anything you want to point out or anything I missed?
Thank you firstly for the great explanation of the second part, Dan. I'm pretty sure that everyone realized by now how lucrative and how big of an opportunity we got here, and especially with a completely new and young market. Guys, I want to mention one thing. I'm pretty sure that most of you know what trends we got in the past, what was all on the market, what people used to actually grow their success in what markets. And guys, we have here a very young and new market. And what I wanted to mention is what was in my mind as well when I started, it is you're setting your footsteps into a market that's very young, and you are tomorrow, let's say, the first movers in such a market in Europe. And I'm pretty sure that inside those 100 people with us today are, I'm sure, some people that would like to get started into sales, into building their own teams, into building the community together with us inside of Cannergrow. And very simply said, if you guys have any questions, feel free to write us on Instagram, get in touch with me or Dan, and let us help you build yourself teams, build yourself a success story in a completely new and refreshing market. And with that said, thank you again for your time. I think we did it in a very, very nice 36 minutes, and I can't wait for the next webinar in 14 days. Thank you very much, Dan.
Thanks for your attention, guys, and reach the webinar out to all the people who missed it out today. All right, guys, see you soon. Bye.
Have
Bye.
a great day.